After that, they started really taking the time to figure out who they wanted to play in these movies, and that's why, you know, a lot of people say, boy, that when before the movies come out, they say that's an odd choice. Why would you choose Rami Malek to play Freddie Mercury? And then you see him as Freddie Mercury, and like, oh, okay, I get it. And then Tegan, what's his name? Edgerton. They're like, Taron Egerton, that's his name. Like, why would Edgerton? Like, why would you choose him to play Elton John? And then you see him as
the best Elton John.
And then you see him as Elton John, and you're like, oh, okay, I get it now. Elton himself personally picked him. You forget sometimes that Elton's still alive when you talk about his biopic. I mean, obviously we know he's still alive, but you know, usually these movies
most of the people are dead.
Usually these movies get made after they've died, but Elton personally picked him. And then it's like, why do they choose this no name to be Elvis? And then you see him and he's like, oh, okay, I get it now. So yeah, Walk the Line was one of those last biopic movies where they were like, let's just get an actor that sort of looks like him, but let's make sure he's a big name actor that everybody knows so that people will come out and see it, instead of finding people that actually resemble and can actually perform like the person. So that was that.
Except Jamie Foxx as Ray Charles. He knocked that one out of the park.
I forgot about Jamie Foxx and Ray Charles. You're right about that. That ignited his career in the directions I don't think even Jamie Foxx would have realized it was going to go. So yeah, you're right. He did a great job there. But yeah, Walk the Line was one of those, and Ray was one of those rare instances where you found the big name actor who could imitate. Because remember, Jamie Foxx is a comedian, and he was an impressionist in Living Color, so he could do that pretty easily.
And he's a piano player too.
And he's a piano player, yeah. So you know, he pulled it off nicely, but 9 times out of 10, if you're really looking for someone to imitate someone in a biopic, you're probably going to have to go outside the A-lister bounds.
Well, and Jim Carrey's Andy Kaufman. He did a good job.
True, but see, but he wasn't. Andy Kaufman was a comedian. Jim Carrey's a comedian. He could do that. A comedian can imitate another comedian. A dramatic actor could imitate another dramatic actor. It's hard to make that connection of an actor performing as a musician. So you have to find that coexistence, and it's hard. But these last 3 biopics, Bohemian Rhapsody, Rocket Man, and Elvis, without a doubt, I think went above and beyond. What is this, a movie review show? Or does this smells like... Wait, don't we play 90s music on this show at some point? I don't know.
Pretty sure.
I don't remember. But no, that's my 2 cents on Elvis. And
I did not think I was going to like it, and I loved it.
Yeah, because I'm not a big Elvis fan. But that's what I'm saying. Even if you're not an Elvis fan, go see it. It's still a decent movie with decent acting.
I would say more than decent.
Well, that's a nice way of saying. When you say...
You have Steve come in and play old Elvis.
Do what?
Old decrepit parallel universe Elvis.
Was that Elvis towards the end? Decrepit parallel universe Elvis? Was that what that was?
Steve Bannon portraying him.
Yeah, no.
That's the Elvis impersonator who kind of ruined Elvis's legacy.
I tell you, Steve Bannon would have did a good job as Colonel Tom Parker. That would have been a great role for him. Austin Butler played him till the very end, and he did a very good job even at the end.
Because if you think about it, Elvis didn't really get that old.
He didn't. People forget he only died at 42.
I forgot.
His body just aged significantly, and really just in that 7-year interval between 70 and 77 that he really got fat and old.
Damn.
I mean, it works because Steve Bannon's only like 30, so...
You laughing at me?
No.
It's terrible. It's the evil inside of him that's making him age rapidly.
It's like, man, you've gotten old. I'm only 25. The man looks like a fat. What's that scary elf creature's name in The Lord of the Rings? Gollum. He looks like a fat Gollum.
Yeah. After Yeah, after he testifies to the January 6th committee, he's going to be in the picture of Dorian Gray. He's going to do the picture.
Oh God, I don't want to see him do 50 Shades of Grey.
No, Dorian Gray.
No, the picture of Dorian Gray.
Picture Dorian
It's
Gray.
like an old. Yeah, it's based off like a really old novel. The premise of the novel is like this guy stays forever. But he has
A terrible, terrible person.
Yeah, I
But
get
he
it.
painted all his flaws and his decrepitness into a photo so he could live forever young.
I remember. I now know what you're talking about. What am I thinking of? What's the Gray character name in
I don't know. His
50
name
Shades
might
of
be Dorian, but
Is it?
It's certainly not Steve Bannon.
I'll say that's not what DJ Work was trying to get
No.
at. So
Steve Bannon is Elvis. I love it. I love it. I love it. That should be the sequel.
I guess. And after that movie, he's going to play Ursula in the next live-action Little Mermaid movie.
oh, that burns.
I'm just making stuff up at this point. Steve Bannon is evil. He's going to scare the country. There's one bad thing about this country.
No, you know what? You should cast him as the Little Mermaid. Because who wouldn't want to see him?
She was
Look at this stuff. Isn't it neat?
Yeah. He should have. Are you saying he should have played Cruella instead of Emma Stone?
No, he needs to play Ursula. He's like the giant squid monster wreaking havoc. An evil octopus monster.
Oh God. You're right. You're right. We should let that happen. That's a natural thing. Steve Bannon as Ursula.
He's gonna play Thanos' his defeated soul in the next Avengers movie.
You know, Marvel could have saved a lot of money on CGI and just hired Steve Bannon to play Thanos. They wouldn't have done any kind of CGI or makeup or anything. It's just Steve Bannon standing there.